if all goes well and they're looking to integrate with us at KDX, we should be able to be bringing stablecoins to the KRC20 community.
What's up, crypto crew, and welcome back. Or if this is your first time, I'm Captain Crypto Might, actively escaping the matrix, scoping out the crypto ocean. So if you like your odds, get on the boat, stay up to date, thumbs up, and join the hunt.
Into the boat!
The crypto ocean is currently going sideways. Kaspa currently is dipping even. Yet Kaspa is continuing rock solid developments behind the scene. In the latest update, there is confirmation that the Kaspa team is currently in talks with a major liquidity provider, helping the launch of major stablecoins, the likes of USDC and USD Tether, coming to the KRC20 soon. Listen to this, crypto crew.
I was just going to, kind of drop some alpha here for everybody. We are currently in the process of, Wolfie approached me yesterday and connected me with a pretty big cross-chain bridge, liquidity provider, and all that. And if all goes well and they're looking to integrate with us at KDX, we should be able to be bringing stablecoins to the KRC20 community.
Holy shit, that's massive alpha.
Yes. So we're currently in the talks about integrating with them at the moment. I can't drop their name, obviously, for, reasons everybody should know about, but we are in talks with integrating and dropping some stable coins for everybody, which would be huge.
Amazing. That is going to be absolutely huge. Is there anything you could tell us about? Is it an existing stable coin, or will it be your own stable coin?
No, it will not be our own stable coin. It'll be existing stable coins like USDC and USDT.
Absolutely massive. Well, you don't expect that, do you? You weren't even actually a line up for the panel, but you come up here and drop probably some of the biggest alpha going.
I feel like I had to give you guys something up here for that poor answer I gave Marco. So
the reason why I believe Kaspa is the best crypto project in the game right now is not only because of its fundamentals, the problems it solves, the real-world solution-oriented project it is, the only coin that can solve the trilemma, but equally because of its dedicated and passionate team. The relaunch of the KRC20 will set the foundation for the groundbreaking proposition Kaspa brings to the table. That, in my opinion, will set the precedent for a new era on this crypto ocean. Kaspa is not only run by highly competent people with a scarce skill set, they are operating with the patience, foreshadowing what is to come. Let's go back in time to revisit some older interviews where some of the Kaspa team explained the vision specifically regarding KRC20.
For starters, it's important to notate that the Kasplex KRC20, that protocol is an outside entity. It's not a Kaspa core product, meaning the core developers that created the Kaspa node software and the protocol of blockDAG are not authoring the software for this. However, it's funded through the Kaspa Ecosystem Foundation. So there's some really sharp developers in Kasplex, and it's basically a technology which is similar to inscriptions on Bitcoin. So this allows the creation, it allows to do smart contract-like tricks without the exact smart contract technology being implemented on the main network so far. This will let us create tokens such as memes and stablecoins. In addition, we have another one coming down the pipeline, which is called KRC 721. That will be the NFT type of tradable digital asset that people that are very popular for the last couple of years. So yeah, those open up a whole new couple of use cases that will bring new users, we anticipate, and new projects. Meme projects are stacking up and lining up to create their tokens on this when it goes live. It's been in closed beta for a few days or a few weeks, I'm sorry, and then in a few more days we have the open beta. So these projects that are lined up and ready to create meme tokens, such as one after Shai's cat, Mr. Nacho Wyborski. There's going to be a cat token on there. They'll, projects like that, and probably several others will do their little tests on the test network and make their tokens and see how they trade, interact, and the token generation process and so forth.
We know currently, and correct me if I'm wrong in any of this, but we're at 1 block per second for Kaspa. We're looking to get to 10 soon. I've seen 100. We've seen what happens with projects like Solana, where they get an influx of transactions and the network goes down. When we talk about, hey, the floodgates are going to open, and let's say projects start building, how much can Kaspa really scale? And can you foresee any, can we get to that 10 or 100 blocks per second scale, or even as is with an influx of projects and coins launching, will the network get throttled, or can it handle it at its current state? And how scalable can Kaspa really get?
People think that the purpose of increasing the block rates is increasing the throughput and pushing the envelope of the throughput as much as you possibly can. That's not the case. We have different motivations for 10 blocks per second, for 100 blocks per second. I would say that having think about having 10 blocks per second, where each block can hold 300 transactions, and compare it to 100 blocks per second, where each block can hold 30 transactions. In terms of throughput and in terms even of confirmation times, it's pretty much the same. There are other motivations, deeper and harder to explain motivations to having a large block rate. And essentially, there are a lot of interesting benefits of parallelism that we want to exploit to do stuff like improving the fee market and combating MEV and this kind of stuff. So this is the real motivation. So the question is not how much can Kaspa scale. The question is how much do we want to scale Kaspa? I want to scale it as much as reasonable, not as much as possible. Now, what you have to understand is that the reason Bitcoin can't scale is because it harms the security. What we did in GhostDAG, the huge innovation of GhostDAG, is that we removed the security from the equation. We created the same trade-off that you have in centralized distributed system. The trade-off is you can increase the throughput as much as you want, but the price that you pay is that higher throughput requires better hardware. And we don't want to find ourselves in a situation like Solana, where to hold the throughput, you need to have validators that run on, how much does it cost to have a Solana validator? Like $15,000 or something like that. So we are in this unique and nice position where we can first decide what is the hardware limitation that we want for being a participating node. And then we will see how much we can scale the network within this perimeter. So we don't want to go over $100 for a node. And we can see on the testnet that we can hold 3,000 transactions very, very well on this hardware requirement. And we actually can go quite beyond. We never really pushed the envelope to see. But the testnet, we stressed it to more than 3,000 transactions per second, build up huge queues in the mempools, and things work out perfectly. It's been running for 5 months on 2,400 TPS, I think, and we don't see any problems. So I can tell you Kaspa can scale at least as much as that easily. Can it scale beyond? Probably. Should it? We'll see. We just want to have the leeway to increase the throughput if the need arises. It's not a sport. It's not like higher throughput is better. We just want to make the point that we are able to increase the throughput if the need ever arises.
Crypto crew, when it comes to evolution in any area of life, there are 3 types of people. Those who wondered what happened, those who watch things happen, and those who make things happen. Clearly, the Kaspa team belongs to the latter group, so that if you are watching this vid and you have not yet invested in Kaspa, you are watching this thing called Kaspa happen. Take therefore no thought for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. So even though only the Lord knows what will happen tomorrow, we all have the opportunity to do something about it today. In terms of this opportunity on the crypto ocean, when Kaspa rolls out all of the developments that are to come in the not so distant future, in the mid to long distant future, you can look back and say, I made it happen. If you decide to act on what you see unfold in front of you today.
Stick around.
Fix your mind before you get to the grind. And with that said, let's continue to escape the matrix. Let's continue to be on the lookout for the next big thing here on the crypto ocean. Growing grace, and let's make some crypto waves. Say aye.